Helen Fernandez is level 1 in her path, dynamic leadership. Where do you think she'll leave us tonight? She has written a suspenseful story titled Gut Feelings. There's something to be said about a human's ability to sense danger or foul play based off a simple vibration in the air. Ignoring one's instincts could be dangerous. Proceed at your own risk, but please welcome Helen.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Have you ever had one of those weeks where you could not catch a break? No matter what you did or who you prayed to, days would get worse and worse as the week went by. It had been one of those weeks for me and my boyfriend, Tejas. The one thing we had to look forward to was a weekend getaway with our newly engaged friends. Even better, Tejas took it upon himself to organize a drive up to Joshua Tree. All I had to do was make it through the week and look forward to a nice, relaxing weekend with friends. Now, I have to preface this by saying that I am rarely superstitious. This story that I'm about to tell you isn't based on my inability to commit to plans. I love plans. As a control freak, I need plans. But all throughout the week, I had this intense voice in my head. It kept telling me that this trip was a bad idea. Every time I tried to shake it, my gut kept telling me something was off. We departed for Joshua Tree on Friday, after wrapping up work around 6:30 p.m. Hoping it would subside, I chose not to share my anxieties with my boyfriend because he had gone to great lengths to book our Joshua Tree accommodations. However, while waiting in line at the 7-Eleven, it all came rushing up inside me, like a bad case of word vomit. I turned to Tejas and said, "I'm not sure why, but I've had a bad feeling about this weekend for days now." He looked at me. "Bad feeling how?" he responded. "It's just a snagging feeling I have. Can't really explain it, but I'm probably just being dramatic." My sentence was interrupted by the woman in line behind me, tapping on my shoulder with her bony fingers. I turned around mid-thought and saw a 90-something-year-old woman wearing a raggedy polo shirt and dirty khakis. "Are you okay?" I asked with concern. She came closer. I I need your help," she whispered. Tejas and I left our place in line and followed her outside. I watched as the woman scanned the parking lot in search of something. He was here. I asked him to wait for me. "I need to go home," she shivered. I saw the fear in her eyes and desperately wanted to help her. "Who's he? Your husband?" I asked. She shook her head. "No, my son. He was right here and I asked him to wait." I placed my hand on her tiny shoulders and tried to reassure her. She couldn't have been taller than 5 feet. Tejas looked at me with worry in his eyes. "You should get her home." He offered to take the woman home if she could give us her address. For a moment, she seemed relieved. She wrapped her arms around her skinny, frail body and told us that she was cold. I pointed to my car. "I parked right here, look." I unlocked my car, which was less than 5 feet away. But just as we started walking towards my vehicle, the woman held her hand out. "Wait," she said, "I need to use the bathroom. It's an emergency." We told her we could go inside with her or stay in the car. But she shook her head. "Stay in the car. Wait here," she insisted. As she went inside the gas station again, my boyfriend and I got into our warm car. She just sighed anxiously. Jesus Christ, her son is an asshole. Who leaves their mother at a gas station? I was speechless. I tried to process what had just happened. I wondered if we were doing the right thing by helping this woman. I wondered if this was the reason why I was so nervous about the trip. All of a sudden, I saw red and blue colors in my peripherals. I turned around to see not one, but two police SUVs pulling up into the gas station. Tejas grew silent. He turned to look at me with a look on his face that could only be interpreted as, "I've got a bad feeling about this." Before either of us could say anything, we heard a voice through a megaphone. "Get out of your car," they said. My heart started pounding. I looked all around the parking lot to verify who the police could be talking to. Tejas's voice became small as he realized they're talking to us. I panicked. What is happening? I kept repeating. Police kept talking to us through their megaphone, asking questions like, is the woman in your car? Where is the older woman? They asked. Without missing a beat, I got out of my car and told the officers, she's in the bathroom. We just wanted to help her. My boyfriend chimed in with his hands in the air. She told us that her son abandoned her here. We're not trying to harm her. The rest of the night is a blur. The police escorted us inside and searched the gas station for the old woman, but she vanished. The man at the counter claims he saw her make a phone call, but then disappeared into the bathroom and never came out. Police asked if she could have maybe escaped from the back, but he replied with the truth. There is no back door, only a front exit, and I've been watching it the entire time. We never made it to Joshua Tree, but learned a valuable lesson that night. Always trust your gut, no matter how inconvenient it is. You never want to ignore those voices in your head because they may be steering you away from a chance encounter with a 90-year-old ghost. This is Toastmaster.
Very
Right.
nice job.